Hello everyone, welcome back to Crafts by the Bow. This is my first video this week, even though it's Simple Sunday video, because I've had just a sore throat and a head cold all week. And so this is the first time I've made anything, and I apologise for my voice. It's not quite back to normal, but I'm getting there. So today for my Simple Sunday card, I'm making just a really easy masculine card. It comes together in just a few minutes. Once you've got the paper and the card cut, then honestly there's 3 little stamping bits and it's done. So I want to show you how to make this, and I also want to tell you a little story about this set of stamps that I bought. I was sure when the annual catalogue came out that I needed this set. So I got it, I took it all apart, I'd started and I'd put all my little stickers inside, put all my pieces in, and then totally forgot about it. It wasn't in my stack of stamps and I forgot that I had it, and I couldn't see it anywhere, so out of sight and out of mind. And then last week, when I was tidying my craft room, I found that it had fallen behind my shelf set. And there it was, just sat with a little bit of dust on the top, just waiting for me to use it. So I've got it out, ready to use for today. Now, it is a really nice stamp set. I've seen some gorgeous examples on Pinterest and on YouTube. Excuse me. And one thing that I really bought it for were these kind of sentiments. The happy birthday, where it's really masculine looking. It's not lacy, flowy kind of script. And I like when it's a nice plain script for some masculine cards. And I wanted this horse. My dad, on his little shed at home, has a weather vane with just this on, and when I saw it I thought, right, I'm gonna make Dad a card with that because it's just the weather vane that he's got. And then, as I say, I totally lost track of the stamp set, didn't know where it was, forgot I had it, and carried on with everything else. So today's card is going to be using this stamp set, but it won't be a card for my dad's birthday, because my dad's birthday has been and gone and I made a different card. I might make it for the next birthday, but today is just a general birthday. So here we are. As I said, it's a really quick stamp set to use, and it's a really quick Simple Sunday card. As some of you know, I have in my all my scraps and everything, I always have a set of card already cut. Let me just get the pack out. So I already have these already cut. They're all just pieces of different coloured card where I've cut the card stack in half, and I'm ready to go to put a fold in them and make a card. And so today, because it was Simple Day, I didn't bother cutting any card. And although it's a landscape card, normally I have the fold here, but because this was all pre-cut, this time it won't be there, it'll be on the top. So my card base is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it up 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold it over, press it down. You can do that with your bone folder if you prefer. And then I've got a piece of black card to mat. And then this is a piece of the DSP from Perennial Essence. No, it's the Petals one. And you see it's got the flowery pattern on the back, but I like that they've put in this side just for, for my masculine cards. I'm sure that's why they did it. They just thought, yep, let's get that put in there for Diane. We know she likes lots of wood textures. So that's just going to go on there like that. I'm going to ink up my horse, and I've only got the one colour out. I've just got Early Espresso. I might need just a little piece of scrap paper. Let me take this. This is the piece I was using to practice with. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Okay, and then I've got my DSP running horizontally. I've got my horse. I'm just going to ink him up. I think this would be quite nice stamped in the new Delicata ink, in the copper tone one. I think that would look quite pretty. Okay, it will take a little minute or two to dry because my early espresso is very juicy at the moment. So while I'm waiting for that side to dry, I'm just going to take this stamp off and I'm going to pop the little, I don't know if it's a shrub or grass or whatever it is, that's the one I'm just going to put on my stamp set. And on here, I stamped off first and used the second generation, but I think really it's a little bit light. So this time I'm going to use first generation, but I am going to use the second generation for the inside of the card. So I'm going to stamp this, and I want it on an angle. I don't want it looking like it's straight up. I want it as though it's blowing. Oh yeah, that comes out a little bit better. And then the second generation part, I'm just going to open my card and I'm going to pop it in there. Just like that. And while I've got it out, I think I might do the envelope. I'm not going to do the envelope first generation, so I'm going to stamp off and then stamp, just so that I've decorated that envelope. I'll clean my stamp later. Just pop that down for now. And I don't need that anymore. So hopefully this is just about dry. Yes, I think it is. So I'm just going to attach that to my base here. Thank you for all the people who sent me well wishes during the week after I'd put on my Facebook that I wasn't making a video because I had a bad cold, and so I got lots of little well wishes, which was really nice. Thank you. It made a big difference. Okay, so that's the majority of our card done. I'm going to attach it to the card base. This is a great one for Simple Sunday, as I think we don't always know what to make for masculine cards, and to have one that's a simple card as well is really, really useful. Okay, so there's the major part of my card made. Now, I bought these little mini library clips from Stampin' Up. They only come in white and silver, and let me take one out. As you can see, they're tiny. I think they were 1/4 of an inch, yeah. They were 1/4 of an inch, and I thought just for little tiny bits on cards, little decorative items, they would be the right size. And then on this one, I actually used a silver one. And what I've done for today is I've got a silver one out just now, but I also, with my blend pens, I used the bronze and I coloured a white one so that I had a brown one just in case. I don't know if I want to use the brown or if I'm going to use the silver again, but now I've got an option. So what I did was I took the happy birthday sentiment and I stamped it on a tiny little scrap of crumb cake, the same as our base, and then I cut it out with the very narrowest one of our stitched rectangles, and that made it just the right size. But because I knew I wanted to put the binder clip on, I wanted to leave a space here at the left so that when I had the clip on and the twine, the writing wasn't right underneath it, so I couldn't see it. So I just cut it out on my Big Shot machine, and this is what I got left with. Okay. Now it's going to go on here, just at this left-hand side. I'm going to try it and see what the bronze colour is like, and whether it sort of blends in too much. I like both. I'm going to go with a silver because that's the one that you get in the box, and so if you don't have the bronze marker, it won't matter. We'll go with the silver. Okay, so I've got the silver one, and then I've just got some of my twine. and all I wanted was to make a double bow. I thought it still looked masculine enough with the twine, and it wasn't too sort of ribbony or blingy. So I just cut a little piece, folded it in half. So you don't even need much of that. And then what I did was I opened the binder clip. Whoops, she says, and it won't open. There we go. And I just poked that inside both pieces. Oh, dropped one. Let's put the other one in. Both pieces. Okay. And then I brought it over the front and just tied a knot before I started to tie a bow. If it's too fiddly to do it like this for you, another way to do it would be to just tie your bow on your twine and then use a glue dot and add it onto the binder clip. Okay, so that's all we've got. I did try first just having a knot, but really it didn't show up as much as I'd wanted. So let's just tie a little ribbon, a little bow I mean. It's quite nice and bright here today, but it's snowing, and it's what, some 29th of September I think, and the snow is here, but it's only wet snow. Oh, now I can't even tie a bow now. Try again. Yeah, so it's wet snow, but it's not really settling. It settles for a few minutes, and then because the ground is so warm, it just melts. Okay, let's make that side of the bow a little bit smaller. Where's the other piece? Oh, I'm having a do today. Right, I'm going to do it again. Let me find another piece. Oh, I tell you, my head, since I've had this cold, my head is just pounding. Okay, I'm just going to tie it, and then I'm going to do what I said to do and put it on with a glue dot. And that will work for me just perfectly today. You know, you have those days when you're not 100% and you think, nope, I can't be bothered. That's what it's going to be like today. Okay, let's find another little clip. Right. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to put this onto the glue dot. I'm going to roll that glue dot around a little bit, make it a bit smaller so that it's not stuck right out on the binder clip. And then I'm going to attach it just to this little front piece of the clip. There we are. That wasn't that much quicker. Why didn't I do that in the first place? There we are. That side's just a little bit bigger. See if I can get it a tiny bit smaller. There we go. Right, and then I need a few little dimensionals just for my happy birthday. I'm not going to put it at this end where the gap is because that's where I want the clip to go. So I'm just going to put 3 on, but I'm going to put them along the back, but just not at that one end. And this way I know that the sentiment will stay on. It won't squash down in the mail or anything. If I was mailing this, I would probably find that it might cost a little bit more just because of the depth of it. But I know as well that if I'm posting within Canada, I can post up to this width because I've posted stamp sets before. So I sort of think, well, if my card and my embellishments don't take up any more than that, I know they'd still go sort of small parcel or, you know, large letter or whatever it is they call it. And it won't cost me too much more. Okay, now I'm going to put my little clip just on the left-hand side. And then I can manipulate that a little bit once it's stuck on. Taken the backings off. Is that all of them? Yep. And then I'm just going to pop this over here at the left-hand side Let's move those little bits of paper out. Okay. And then I'm just going to move the ribbon or the bow down a little bit so that I can still see where the writing is. There. Okay, so there we are. That's my very simple Sunday card, my very quick and easy country road little masculine card. I hope you liked that, and on Wednesday it will be the beginning of October. It will be the 2nd of October, so it will be our global collaboration video hop, and this month we are using abstract impressions. So watch out for the Wednesday video. If you'd like to be notified when I place the video, and it's usually just twice a week at the moment, then press the subscribe button and then the little bell, and it will show you whenever I have a video that has been posted, so you won't miss any. A couple of people have asked me if I'm able to make more than 2 videos a week. If there's a demand, I might run to a third one, or I'm quite happy to do a Facebook Live as well. So let me know which you'd prefer. Would you prefer a 3rd video in the week, or would you like a Facebook Live where you can join and you can ask me things at the same time that I'm crafting? Okay everyone, have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all again on Wednesday. Bye bye.